going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with a bunch of new individuals hopping into the Xdefiant experience, a lot of people think that this game is dead. They can't find any lobbies, they can't matchmake it into any experiences, nobody's online. Well, during Season 1, I actually found a little, I guess you could say, exploit, a bug within the matchmaking system. And I'm going to go ahead and showcase it to you guys today. I was holding off a little bit to see if, if it was actually a bug or not, but I've given this, technique to many different players, and each and every individual has come to me and said, yes, this is a complete game changer. So I'm going to just give you guys this information. Hopefully, it will improve your overall experience, and you'll be able to find matches a lot quicker, because I see people saying they have like 10+ minute queue times, which is just absolutely stupid. It takes me 30 seconds, maybe a minute tops to get into lobbies. That's unacceptable, and again, I'm hoping that this information can give you guys that step in the right direction to get faster games. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hop into exactly what you should be doing to improve your matchmaking experience. And then afterwards, I'm going to explain to you guys the details on why I believe this is a fix, why it's occurring, and hopefully give some, constructive criticism on how the devs can resolve this to make it better and smoother for everybody across the board. But ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. A lot of the people who are running into this issue of 10-minute queue times are selecting one singular game mode, and I'm actually going to showcase to you guys some evidence here. I'm not going to, fast forward it. I'm just going to showcase exactly how long it takes me to get in a game when I select one game mode and when I select a bunch. So, again, I do apologize if it's a little boring in the background, but I really wanted to showcase this so people don't say I'm just sitting here lying. And again, if you need any more proof, I do have, stream footage that I have over on my Twitch channel. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. We stream pretty much daily. I have hours and hours and hours and hours worth of footage if this isn't enough to prove to you guys that this does indeed work, and you should be able to get into experiences a lot faster. But again, if you select one singular game mode, you will indeed run into issues. It's going to take a very long time to queue. But on the other hand, if you go ahead and you select multiple different game modes, when you go into the quick play launcher and, your little, whatever playlist, and you select more than one, now, you can select two if you want, and I think it will still bypass it. But for me personally, I just put freaking Occupy Domination. You don't have to put Bomb in the, rotation, but I enjoy playing Bomb, so I put Bomb in the rotation. But usually it's just Occupy Domination, Hotshot, TDM. That's pretty much it. That's all I do, and it instantly cues me into the game every single time. Now, again, a lot of people are going to say, well, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why would that be happening? Well, again, let me explain my reasoning to you guys. For those who don't know, this game is supposed to have non-disbanding lobbies, but for some strange reason, it's been bugged since launch, and they haven't addressed it whatsoever. And I want to make a side video about this, but I actually saw, a few other content creators talk about it, and I'll just say very briefly in this, please. I don't know if the Xdefiant developers are listening to this, but address it. I don't know what's, going on here, why it's taking so long to talk about it, but non-disbanding lobbies was supposed to be in this game since day one, and we have no clue what's going on. But again, it's bugged. But the way that it was supposed to work is that if you select one singular game mode, you will not have your lobbies disband. So if you, let's just say, select Team Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch only, you'll be able to, sit in the same match with the same people over and over and over again, because the queue is also going to find people who are selecting Team Deathmatch only as well. It's not going to be finding people who have multiple different game modes selected, so they're bouncing around all the time. No, they're going to find people who have only selected that singular game mode, so you all are kind of in the same mindset, right? So when you hop in, everybody's probably on the same page, that they're probably not going to back out. They don't want to play any other game modes. They're just there for TDM. But when you go ahead and branch out and you select more than one game mode, your lobbies now disband. So if you select TDM and Domination, you will not be able to stick in the same game over and over and over again. So the people that are playing TDM only, more than likely you won't see them because, again, they're in non-disbanding lobbies and you are in disbanding lobbies, all because you selected one additional game mode. And I also just want to very quickly point this out. Notice how it puts me in TDM. Notice how literally when I only select TDM, it cannot find a single game in existence. Nothing. But when I select all those other game modes, it doesn't put me in those game modes. It doesn't decide, oh, well, he selected TDM, Domination, Occupy, Bomb, and Hotshot. We can't find TDM, before, but now we're, maybe it's a Domination lobby, so let's put him in there. No, it puts me in a TDM lobby, right? It took me, over 3 minutes the first time around? Nothing. I couldn't find anything. and I select everything, and basically in 30 seconds, it puts me into a brand new spanking TDM game. It put me in a game in progress, but it was literally nobody had 10 kills yet on either team, so it was basically brand new, okay? Guys, this is the problem right here, and I promise you it will resolve every one of your issues when it comes to the matchmaking within this game. You have to select more than one game mode because, again, it's bugged. Non-disbanding lobbies, if it worked properly, we wouldn't have an issue with this, but it's not working. It has been busted since day one, and ever since day one, this has been an issue. You cannot select one singular game mode and get into basically anything. It also interferes with the new seasons as well, because when the new seasons drop, they put in, the playlists like Waterfront 24/7 and, Rockefeller 24/7, whenever a new map drops, to Clubhouse 24/7, and people want to play that. They only want to play that. But it takes forever. And it shouldn't, because, everybody's online for the new season, but it takes 10 years. Because if you select that only, you once again are going into the semi-bugged, non-disbanding lobbies playlist, I guess, of the matchmaking side of things for Xdefiant. It's very strange, but basically, if you select more than one game mode, you are going into the disbanding side of the game, which is not bugged, which means you will indeed find lobbies almost instantly all the time. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. My theory could be completely wrong here, but it's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing I could put together on why I can find matches instantly when I select more than one game mode, but I can't find anything at all when I select only one. And it's insane and kind of funny that if I only select TDM, again, TDM out of all modes, right? One of the most popular modes. If I only select that, it'll take 2 years, right? But if I select all the game modes, I literally find TDM match after TDM match after TDM match. It doesn't even put me in the other modes. I find myself complaining sometimes during the stream and, having to take TDM off the rotation because I get it so much. But if I get it so much then, why can't I get Team Deathmatch when I select it alone? To me personally, it is the only thing that makes sense for why the matchmaking takes so long. But here's my solution, my constructive criticism, feedback. You have two options here, in my opinion, that would improve the overall experience. Option number one, address the non-disbanding lobbies and tell us what the priority is on it, and then make this more widely available, let people know what to do to avoid it to get faster queue times. Or option number two, in my personal opinion, the easiest, just disable it altogether. I want non-disbanding lobbies, trust me. But if there is some type of problem that is making it extraordinarily tough to make it work for them, and it's not up there on their priority list, they're, more focused on the netcode, which is completely understandable, then just remove it. There's no point in putting people through a lot of these issues because in reality, a lot of people do like to only play what they enjoy. It's hard to convince people to select more than one game mode, to select something else besides TDM, or to select something else besides Domination, or to select something else besides Escort. It's hard to get someone to put more than one game mode on. And I'm not speaking for everyone, but again, there are a lot of people who will refuse to take that step, and again, they run into these issues, and they will complain that they can't find any matches, and it takes 10+ minutes, so on and so forth. I don't know. It also might come down to, your region where you live, but I've talked to people all across the globe who have said they have used this technique, and they get into matches way quicker. Maybe not as quickly, depending on where you're at, but compared to their typical experience, it's much better. So something fishy is going on here, and I hope it's addressed at some point in time down the road. And again, there's solutions. There are very easy solutions that could make this better. Like I said, either address it and tell people how to work around it, or just remove non-disbanding lobbies altogether since it's bugged, and prioritize it later down the road. Keep focusing on what you guys got to focus on. Make sure the game works. The lobbies will obviously disband all the time, whatever. But at the end of the day, as long as we know what's happening and we know it's a future date for non-disbanding lobbies, I think people will be okay with that because then they can at least get into matches that they want to play. They can select the game modes they want to play, and they don't have to, put everything in the rotation if they don't want to. I still think that's the best way of playing. Enjoy everything in the game, right? But again, some people like to just stick to what they know. So obviously, I think that would be the best way of handling things. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a massive favor, go down in the comments section, of course, after you tried out this technique, and let me know how it works for you. Let me know if you find matches faster, if it hasn't really helped you too much. Again, at least from my personal experience, this is the game changer. If I select one game mode, I'm done for. I'm never going to find anything, but the second I expand that variety, it takes literally seconds to find a singular match, and it doesn't take me much longer afterwards either. I'm getting into match after match after match after match with basically no effort whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget, guys, subscribe and hit that bell. We just hit 49,500 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. We are literally right around the corner from 50K. So, of course, all your support means the world. And if you are interested in content that revolves around Xdefiant or even Black Ops 6, you know this is the channel for it. And last but not least, if you guys want to check out my live stream as well, I will be live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where I host open lobbies. You guys are always welcome to join in. If you want to see yourself and maybe some of the gameplay that we post here on the channel, I'm always recording. So like I said, you guys can find the link to that channel and pretty much everything down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.